It's time for Top Dice. Hi, and welcome to Top Dice. My name's Zaid, and I've got Si Brodie with me today. So, Simon, tell me a bit about yourself and what you're actually doing.
Hi, Adrian. Thanks for the invite. My name's Simon Brodie. I'm a British military veteran. I did 28 years in the Air Force, and I'm kind of here to talk about a project I'm involved in called Tactical Advanced Game. It's one of the projects for a charity called Game Therapy UK. Game Therapy UK are trying to develop sort of therapeutic gaming, and because we all know that jumping in and getting involved in gaming, it's a great way to distract yourself. It's a great way to make connections with people, and we all know that quite often we'll play games and we'll feel better afterwards. Um, but a lot of the information about this is very anecdotal. So while we know that gaming helps people's well-being and mental health, there's very little actual evidence towards that. So one of the things that Game Therapy UK are doing is they're setting these projects up to actually gather the evidence. And from the military project, so Tactical Advanced Game supports that. What they want to do eventually is get the NHS to deliver therapeutic Dungeons and Dragons for veterans with PTSD. So as soon as a number of us heard about that and heard about the project, we were like, hell yeah, we want to be involved in that. You know, we love gaming. We want to support our fellow veterans, and if there's a way of tying the two together that's going to help people access sort of a therapeutic pathway that they otherwise might not get into, then that's absolutely something we want to get involved with.
I've noticed as well that you've actually been appearing at various conventions, etc., or sort of stating that there'll be appearances from the organisation at conventions going forward. Is that correct? Ah, you've gone mute again.
Very, very strange. Yes,
Yeah,
because we're kind of affiliated, let's say, with we're a game.
and again, you've gone mute again on my side.
This is very weird. I'll just unmute myself totally,
There we
and
go.
we'll
Yeah.
just go from there. Yeah, because we're, like I say, we're a project from Game Therapy UK. Game Therapy UK, they want to get out there and chat to people, so we go to things like we're going to Tabletop Scotland. We've been to Games Expo, Partisan. We haven't done Partisan, but we're thinking about that. So yeah, all the big game conventions, we want to get out there and let people know that therapeutic gaming again. You chat to gamers and go, hey, we're talking about therapeutic gaming, and gamers are like, well, we all know it's therapeutic,
Yeah.
but nobody's actually taken that academic next step. And in fact, one of the things that Game Therapy UK is doing, in fact, that earlier this year they held what we believe is the world's first therapeutic gaming convention. It was held locally in the UK, very relatively small attendance with a lot of online stuff. Next year, it's going to be a big international thing, and we're expecting speakers from all over the world to come and talk about therapeutic gaming and the development thereof, and how we can potentially see gaming as a new tool to help people where other therapeutic pathways just haven't worked for them.
Wow. And how many people are actually involved with this?
Well, we've kind of got two elements to it. We've got a Facebook group for Tactical Advanced Game, but then we've also got our Discord, and the Discord is where all the major activity happens. So we run the games in Discord. We have well-being resources. We have chat in there. We support and develop each other. We support and develop our GMs. So the majority of that element is done in Discord, and we have about 65 members in Discord at the moment, all military, serving military or veterans from around the world. We're obviously trying to grow that because the more people we have, the more games we can run, and the more sort of 24/7 coverage we've got for anybody that wants to jump in and chat and take part.
But on the back of that, what do people need to do to get involved? Do they need to be a veteran?
Well, to be involved in the Discord, yes. It's a sort of serving military or military community only, so serving military and veterans. But our Facebook page, Tactical Advanced to Game, we anybody can join that, anybody can take part and just sort of support what we do, or take part in events and activities if they happen to be at a convention that we're along. Come along, say hi, and give us a bit of support. We've got a dice that was signed by all the members of, oh, this is going to be silly. Let's see if I can try and get this right so we can edit it out and make it. Uh, uh,
No
what's that?
editing here. No editing.
No,
Is
no editing here. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, I shouldn't have started on this path then without having all that written down. Critical Role, that's it. The Critical Role people signed a big dice. We got today
wow.
the dice. The Critical Role people signed that, and that is, I believe it's UK Games Expo. That's up for auction there. Or
Brilliant.
raffling there, so that's going to hopefully raise us some money, and we're going to use that to sort out our branding, get a bit of advertising, and just try to grow the organization. Because, like I say, the big thing with Tactical Advanced Game is if veterans don't know about it or serving military people don't know about it, they can't take part. So it's getting the awareness out there so we can get more people jumping in, and then that project will then go on and support Game Therapy UK's veteran project with the National Health Service, and then develop with the sort of health service support from other countries as well. So we're engaging with America, with Canada. We've got people in Australia because we know they've got veterans there as well. And if we can roll this out worldwide, we're getting, gamers around the world supporting veterans.
Which is what we're actually sort of here for in this particular interview. So, best way to get involved, is that going to be through your Facebook page, reaching out through that way?
I would say the Facebook page, yeah.
Yeah,
But like I was saying to you before we chatted here, Game Therapy UK, as well as supporting Tactical Advanced Game, they've got projects for the homeless in London, and again, it's all about the benefits of Dungeons and Dragons stroke tabletop role playing and how that can help people therapeutically. They're developing one for migrants. They're developing one for LGBTQ young adults. They've got ones for schools and libraries, those kind of groups there. So again, developing therapeutic gaming in a whole host of environments where people are potentially struggling
yeah.
with their headspace, but also just want to go and play a game. And it's not done in a manner where it comes across as being therapeutic at all. It's not like they're in therapy. It's just using the games in a manner that promotes good mental health, possibly challenges negative thinking, etc.
Well, this is a big thing as well for me, because I think that, obviously, just a personal opinion, I think it really does help. It's a great form of expression. It lets people explore things in a way that they wouldn't possibly be able to, in other sort of hobbies, etc. And it's safe invariably, which is great, as long as it's within a suitable controlled environment. So, going back to the veterans side of things, and that side, so we're open to all the various services, I presume, on this front.
Yeah, but basically any serving military or veteran from around the world. So it's one.
Well,
We've
yeah,
kind of gone with the British definition of veteran for, which is 1 day's paid service.
yeah,
And similarly for reservists around the world, if they've done 1 day in uniform, they're part of our community, and
yeah.
we want them to help us, but we're also there to help them.
Okie dokie. And it's Dungeons and Dragons. Any other games at all that you cover?
Yeah, we don't really have a limit on it. We kind of started off with Dungeons and Dragons because it's one of the ones
Yeah,
that most new players have heard of. Or when you chat to people who get, well, I gamed 20 years ago. Well, what did you play? Well, it was Dungeons and Dragons. So again, it's a good gateway drug.
yeah,
So it's good to get people involved. But we've got people trying to set up Call of Cthulhu, Alien. Well, we chatted about Twilight 2000.
yes.
So again, there's a whole load of games that we're trying to get there, but part of that involves getting the DMs, getting the players, and having the time to get people in to play. So again, it's down to that sort of critical mass of numbers. The more people we have, the more different games we can run at different times.
Right. I think what we need to do as well, we need to start getting lists up of various conventions that you're going to be attending on the Facebook page, just so we can actually promote it that way as well for you. And obviously, there's all the other link-ins as well. You sort of said with the other groups that again are looking at the support of the LGBTQ, the autumn mental health, neurodiversity, etc., which is absolutely amazing. I'm also absolutely made up that this is actually a worldwide venture as well, because it often gets overlooked, I think, and there's quite a few countries that potentially don't have the same attitude towards veterans or people with diverse needs as well. So it ticks the boxes, I think, across all lines there. Um, if you had to make one statement about what you're actually doing, just as in a couple of sentences, as in what you're trying to achieve, what would that be? Now, that's probably going to be quite a difficult one for you.
Uh,
Are you still with
Hello?
me?
Oh,
You,
no, I had a little bit of a, sorry, my internet, because I live in the middle of nowhere, my internet can be a
yeah,
little bit unstable. What did I miss?
right. Basically, I was just sort of saying, do you can you sum up in just a couple of sentences where you actually sort of see this going? What's the end game? Well, not so much end game, but what's the final idea with this? I know you mentioned about various, hopefully getting it sort of looked at, and NHS you mentioned to me previously, but where would you like to see it going? This? And
So, yeah, like I said, ideally we want to be running games. I don't want to say 24/7, but that I guess that would be the ideal thing. You know, 3 or 4 different games a day across different time zones, and then it doesn't matter where people are in the world. So it doesn't matter if we've got possibly a veteran in the UK who might be having a bad time, 3 o'clock in the morning, can't sleep, jumps on. Oh, there's a game on because the Americans are on, and there's they've got a game on, and just having people around. So that's it. It's about building that sort of global network. 24/7 sounds a bit cliche, but just making sure that there's games out there, there's support out there for veterans and serving military when they need it. And a lot of the stuff we do, we do have a sort of mental well-being channel in there. We've got mental health resources. And a lot of it is just looking out for each other.
yeah,
How are you doing? I'm having a good day. I'm having a bad day. And signposting people at resources and help if they need it. So we're not pretending to be there to solve anybody's problems. It's a helping hand. That's what it's about.
yeah,
It's helping your battle buddies get to where they need to be.
that's it. It's about support. Final important question. Top three role-playing games. Go.
Oh, systems or specifics? Um,
Go.
because
I'll tell you what, we'll go with specifics. There you go.
specific. That is even harder
I
because
know.
you go, well, now you could name your top 3 Traveller games. Um, Traveller's definitely going to be up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
What version of Traveller?
oh,
Come on.
what version? I don't mind Mongoose Traveller,
Yeah.
but I'm a classic Traveller because that's the one I first started on. I know it's got lots of problems, but it's one of these ones that you never get that magic again of the first time you
How
played something like that.
how simple is the system? That's
Yeah,
you roll your 2d6. You're looking for sevens. Yeah, good. Yeah, it
yeah,
is sevens. High. Good.
yeah,
That's time to. Gosh. Yeah. Get your sevens. Bang. You've got a
yeah.
success there. So simple and just
Oh,
sleek
this
and
this
love
is
it.
just such a hard question. Um, I'm going to go Slay Industries
Oh,
because
yes.
because I love the lore, I love the setting. I loved. I don't know if you ever got a copy of the truth, and I know lots of people hated it. I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant perspective. The game system itself always had lots of holes. I'm not as sold on second edition as I was on. Again, it just doesn't have that same feel. It's like when you listen to
Freshness.
a,
Yeah.
yeah, it's when you listen to a band and you could take someone with AC/DC, Iron Maiden, somewhere like that. The earlier stuff, just hits that little bit much harder than the polished version that you get after 10, 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what have we got? We've got Traveller, we got Slay. Am I going to choose D&D? I don't know. But then you've got Call of Cthulhu in there. There's so many good. I'm just going to stick with those two. My third is consists of about 20
Two is
different
two
game
is good. We'll
systems.
we'll
But yeah,
accept every other system as and game as your
every
third.
other system is
That's
third,
so
apart from
diplomatic.
apart from Fatal. Fatal is just yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, there's a few game systems that do actually suck. We'll be quite blunt. As much as we love
Oh no,
games,
no, I don't know if you ever had a look at that. It's not that it sucks, it's just that it's horrific.
yeah, as in there's
It's very not suitable for work, as in
yeah
the most extremely. I made the mistake of reading a couple of pages once and wanted to pour bleach on my eyes.
yeah. It's there are a couple of systems actually like that. I can think of a few with the background, but again, we'll keep that and we'll store those. We might do a horror special at Halloween.
Yeah, yeah, oh
Games to avoid.
yes,
Yeah, that's God forbid.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Look, thank you very much for your time today. It's been really appreciated. I would love it for you to actually come back and join us, actually. And if you've got any announcements that you want to make, please reach out to us. I will stick in the actual description of this video um, various web pages and other support sites for you, and also I'll put further contact information as well in the description so people can reach out if they need to. If any of this has affected you, then please do get in touch because again, you're not alone with anything like this. There is support actually out there. So thank you very much indeed.
Absolutely. Even nowadays, with all the awareness that we've still got veterans, committing suicide.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's just, it's just heartbreaking when all that help's available. And it's just being able to take that extra step and reach out for help. And, that's what we're all here for, whether veterans
yeah,
or not. We're all here to help the gaming community however we can. No, I'd absolutely love to come back.
yep. Definitely. I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Yep, definitely. Click subscribe, like, and also do take a look in the description. Thank you. Bye bye.